Out of all the FNF mods that have been made, it seems that the older ones tend to stand out from the crowd. From the likes of Witty, Tricky, Hex, the original Sonic.exe, Hypno's Lullaby, and so on, these are the ones that people still recognize and appreciate. There is a reason they are the best of all time on Game Banana, including the two we will be discussing today. Hazy River is a simple re-release of the Garcello and Annie mods, but there is more to it. I will be going through each of the main weeks, breaking down the songs and discussing those elements. If you enjoy this content and want to see more, please leave a like and subscribe. The first week is a remaster of Garcello's mod, Smoke and Mount Struggle. This mod is also one of the best of all time, so let's see why that is the case. Boyfriend and girlfriend notice a strange glow coming from an alleyway. They head towards the glow and meet Garcello, a rugged man smoking a mysterious cigar. He tries to get boyfriend to smoke it, but he refuses, so Garcello suggests a rap battle to make the decision. Headache is the first song, a calm yet mysterious beat which creates a slightly unnerving feeling. Garcello has a lax expression, with the cigar and mist changing color to match the notes. The alley has a rough and dirty texture, with lit street lamps and darkened buildings in the background under the night sky. Garcello's voice is a bit rough, matching his appearance. With a great old-school chart, this is a perfect song. Nerves is more ominous than the previous, adding some tension to the mood. The dialogue from Headache actually suggests that the first song would have been called Nerves. I guess I am thinking too much about Tabby. Garcello starts to feel a pain in his chest, but he pushes himself to continue singing. His expression shows a bit of strain, and he occasionally coughs. The anniversary mix has Garcello cough a bit more, doing more for the music. Another great chart, and this is another perfect song. Release furthers the ominous mood and tension to make for a higher stakes showdown. The mist ends up getting the better of Garcello, taking his life. He finds it somewhat befitting given the poor position he was in. With the limited time he has, he decides to send boyfriend off with a bang. He now changes color with the notes, and the mist hangs around as Garcello pushes himself to give his best performance, with his voice having an effect. Garcello is not upset with boyfriend, and he even gives a compliment. One pattern in the chart was changed to better fit the vocals, and another change corrected an error, but there is still another error that keeps the song from being perfect. Fading is a short, soothing beat. The mist fades away as the sun rises, leaving Garcello on borrowed time. He wishes for the best with boyfriend and girlfriend, and with his fading body, he does one last send-off. It creates a satisfying end to Garcello's story, and there are no charting errors to keep this song from being perfect. When comparing the original songs to their anniversary mixes, they convey the same moods, but there is more sustenance to the mixes. The mixes have more life and better stand out from one another. The only difference in scores between this and the original is fading due to this error. It was a common mistake in older mods for a hold note longer than one section to be represented as multiple notes. I can see why this happens, but it does not excuse it. The second week is a refurbishing of the Annie week, which was Atsuover's first mod, but we will just ignore that. Annie has a new look, which was used for Animal in the original mod, and was meant to reflect her actual height since the first one was just based off Pico. Her lax expressions are similar to Garcello. Well, the two are close friends. The rap takes place on a neighborhood street, and you can see the devs in the windows. Good Enough has a dark tone with its tension, which is furthered by its name. Lover is a positive and uplifting beat, and Tug of War is a mix of the two. Annie's voice is a sound I cannot properly describe, so just take a quick listen. The charts are alright, and charting errors have been fixed for these songs, but some still exist. These songs are great at what they do. As night falls, Annie takes a swig of her drink, transforming her body. Take a Swig of This is a song that was supposed to be added to an update for the original mod, but it never was. The music has a dark tone and higher tension, making for a confrontational beat. While her poses show a bit of frustration, she still expresses some enjoyment. Add on a great chart, and another perfect score. Animal is similar to Take a Swig of This, but with less of the dark tone. The scenery is a rooftop in a city area. This is based on a video Atsuover made, which is... I do not know how to feel about it. This is playable, by the way. This is where the old school charting gets a bit rough, but that is the charm of it. With a slight error, this song stands as well made. If you are curious about the original mod, these are the scores I would have given each of the songs. And yes, these are all due to charting errors. Now we get to the new content, starting with Minus Garcello. For those that do not know, a minus design is where you take a character's health bar icon and color and redesign the original character based on that. There is a lot that can be done with this, and some have made things that are pretty freaky. For Garcello, he has changed from a victim of the smoke to someone who embraces it. Instead of a small alley, the rap takes place in a parking lot. Garcello is much more expressive, and the mist of the cigar slowly takes form on his body, eventually turning him into the Misty Dragon. The week features the same songs as before, except for fading. They are the exact same instrumentals and vocals, with the only exception being release. It features 2 sound effects for 2 new animations, and the voice line is different to fit the new character.
Not bad, little man.
I would have assumed that the charts are copies, but there is one strange difference between the charts for release. Do not ask me why. All of these changes uphold the scores I gave for the main songs, so they still hold their ground at the peak. The rest of the songs are purely extra content. Dilemma is literally Garcello and Annie going through a fast food drive-thru. This is the kind of nonsense that I like seeing with bonus content. And before someone tries to burn me for that, so long as there is a general relation between the concept of the song and the overall concept of the mod, then there is no issue. The music is calm and casual, and plays to how the two are deciding on what to order. Annie's voice now sounds like an actual voice. And with Garcello's voice, they have a great harmony. The art is charming, and the poses are so fitting. The chart is simple, but it has a wonderful flow. I genuinely love this song, and it has the reasons to be appreciated. Drowning is a confrontation between Annie and Daddy Dearest. Annie tries to talk with Dearest about his deeds, but he is not having it. Annie's expressions are not of pure anger, but of frustration and potential desperation to get something out of Dearest. The music creates a tense atmosphere, befitting the quarrel between the two, but it also has a calm undertone to it, reminiscing Garcello. You can even hear him singing with Annie during certain parts of the song. This song tells a story, and with an enjoyable chart, it does so perfectly. Tone It Down takes a step back in time with a beta version of Annie's old design. She is much more of a gremlin with this look. The music has more impact with its instruments while using the same dark tone and tension as Annie's other songs. Not much happens in the first half, but once she takes a swig of that drink, everything changes. Now she is a freak show in a hellscape, and the music gets faster to support this. She starts draining health with every note she sings, and she sings a lot more, but it is pretty weak and cannot even kill. Add on a not so difficult chart, and the health drain becomes more of an aesthetic. Given how much Annie sings, it made me think about the name of the song. There was an update that gave the original Annie songs more balance between her and Boyfriend, and it was called Tone It Down Annie. A clever callback to the roots with a song that does it justice. Another small thing is that these 3 songs each have their own game over themes. Dilemma is a casual tune with occasional car horns. Drowning is a calming tune that has Garcello singing in the background. And Tone It Down is a creepy tune. The one for Tone It Down can only be triggered once you have reached the second part of the song, which is a nice touch. That is everything that I have to discuss. Here are my overall scores for the mod. Hazy River is an incredible re-release of Atsuover's mods. Both Annie and Garcello got to tell their stories with a new set of polish while maintaining their simple, old-school style. It also delves into going further through the bonus content having a lot more art just to add a bit more atmosphere to the songs. It is a level of work that deserves appreciation. Feel free to share your thoughts on the mod in the comments below. Until next time.